I'm excited for Guilty Gear. I feel like a lot of people think I'm not excited for Strive. The only reason I bring things up and I'm critical of them is not because I'm not excited for the game. It's because I am excited for the game and I want that shit to be good. There's some people who are like, man, all these guys aren't saying Guilty Gear is going to be good. They hate Arxis. They're just haters. Then there's people on the other side who are like, I have some small complaints. This is what I would like to improve. And everybody's like, boo, fuck that. This game's trash. Like, it's really weird. There's like some really, I don't know what to call it, lack of nuance, I guess, in the discussion around the game. Plenty of people want the game to be good and have complaints to thank Skillzilla. That's what I'm saying. I think it's going to be dope. We just need some things to change for it to be dope. That's all. I am still very worried about a few things. Mostly, I do not like how the air game works almost at all. The lack of control of how you maneuver in the air, what kind of combos are available to you in the air blocking for free. Those are all things I dislike. That is something I find super worrisome. Anyway, I was excited. I was like, chat, tomorrow we're going to talk about lobbies. And then they just fucking drop a bombshell on me. Did you not know this was real? This is real. The latest Famitsu magazine has new info for Guilty Gear Strive. The online lobby is featuring the pixel characters that was in the closed beta will be their new approach to online as ranked matches. Traditional ranked will not be in Strive. They say replacing ranked will be the floor system that was shown off in the beta, where players will go between floors based on skill, where each floor will be better suited for each player's aptitude levels and being able to have matches without having to worry about points. I ran into somebody I knew. I was like, it's you. We did the pointing Spider-Man meme at each other. And then I was like, sick, let's play against each other. We played one match. The winner went up a floor, and I never saw them again. I wasn't allowed to hang out with them on the same floor anymore. I was like, later. I'm going up. I grabbed my briefcase and I strutted up to the next floor. Floor-based matchmaking is going to be in the game instead of regular ranked matches, and there's going to be no ranked matches. The lobby avatar is there. Remember when everybody was like, holy shit, this is a funny April Fool's Day joke? So obviously there were some issues in the beta, right? Let's get real here. First of all, you walk up, you try to unguard and fight other people. It didn't operate very well. It was difficult to match up with people. The lobbies were very stacked. You constantly got booted up and down, and this is a problem. If I wanted to play somebody, we would go meet up at a high floor, right? Because the way it works is you cannot go to the floors below your skill level. If you were on the first floor, the highest difficulty floor, and you and your opponents were playing against each other, it would say, hey, you've unlocked a new floor. You went from floor 8 as your lowest thing to floor 7. And it would boot you out of floor 1 and go put you in floor 7. It's a very weird system. So if they can sort out all that, you know, hopefully it's better. Because floor-based matchmaking could be good. It's an interesting idea, but it has a lot of issues. It's almost like we're making assumptions off an incomplete beta. Wah. Hey, I don't mean to sound dismissive, but you sound like a real fucking moron. This is a big issue during the beta where a lot of people were like, hey, this beta has a lot of issues. These are the things you guys should try to fix. Their response was, don't worry, we heard your feedback. It's staying in the game. And then they like shot their finger guns and they bounced. The points I'm bringing up are how the lobby worked in the beta. I don't know if you know this. You don't seem very smart. We cannot currently play the game, online or offline. So if a version of this exists, that's not the beta, none of us have fucking seen it. You got that? Thumbs up. Back on the topic of this. The floor idea can work. The thing about it is, you need to make sure, right, that the floor doesn't jut you up and down when you're playing. The second problem that I think we're going to run into is that you guys know how ARC lobbies work. In the beginning, I'm sure that the first, 10 floors they'll have people in them. But after months and months and months and months go by, a year goes by, there's probably only really going to be people in the first floor or the second floor or whatever, you know what I mean? The first couple of floors. So this kind of idea works better the more players there are, and the less players you have, the more I think it's going to be a problem. Let's say there's only 30 people on and they're in this one lobby, floor 1, the best floor. How do you determine the skill level between all, you know what I mean? So I hope that there is something that they have as an indicator on screen. Anyway, not a lot of people like the lobbies, but they're staying, so there's nothing we can do about that. So instead, we should focus on how do we make this lobby cool and work correctly. All of us had feedback from the beta about how it was hard to match with people. It was hard to find your friends. The other issue, right, so there's multiple instances of the same lobby. If you go to floor 5 and I go to floor 5, we might not be on the same floor. But that is going to make it, I think, a little tough too if you're just trying to meet up in floors. There's instances of each floor level. So, you know, if the private lobby modes are good, that would really help, because we need something else to help it out. Also, a lot of people are linking me a JM Crofts tweet. You guys don't think I'm ahead of the curve? You guys think I'm new around here? Every other genre of game, press the gigantic play button and you'll be placed in a match. See, right here, League of Legends, play button right there. Fall Guys, play button. This is the Fall Guys search menu. You just hit play. Magic the Gathering, this is Magic Arena, play right there. Dragon Ball Fighters. It's just like Where's Waldo? You got a spot where you gotta go. Fighting games. If matchmaking you would like to see, first you must answer my riddles 3. Like, it's like, what the fuck, man? The follow-up tweet was great, because I'm sure some people are like, but in other games you can just queue up, and isn't it just Arc System Works? And it says, you guys can stop saying it's only Arc System Work games, as if your games don't have 2-minute load time on rematch, no tutorial, no crossplay, non-functioning netcode, can't switch characters without opening a weird sub menu, can't have multiple matches going on in a lobby, etc, etc, etc. Online functionality for fighting games is bad. Old man yells at clouds.jpg. Where's Cloud at? I'm gonna yell at him. There was like an argument about how was this James talking about games or something, where he was like saying that fighting games need to have cool modes and things and stuff, because like it feels soulless to just hit play. There's like some discussion about this, and like every game does it. You just hit play and you play matches, you know? If the online functionality of the game is good and you can just play matches and connect with people quickly, it's great. Anyway, let's go back. This floor system, right? This kind of lobby system. The reason I brought this up today is because this is not a new idea. So now I would like to look at lobby systems that work well and then talk about why they work well. Let's say that your lobby has to be a pixel lobby where you can edit your avatar. I'm going to show you guys in real time. There is a great example of this. It's a game a lot of you guys don't give a shit about, but it's a great example of this. This is why I play a lot of fighting games, by the way, and I'm willing to try and support all kinds of fighting games, because one day, when Guilty Gear Strive launches a really bad lobby, we have something to compare to. This is a little game called Them's Fighting Herds. It's not like Pixel Lobby is a new concept, so let's go to Pixel Lobby. And let's go to US West right here. So what does it look like when I enter a Pixel Lobby for this game? What is the functionality that I want? First and foremost, Jam Jimadone's right there. It's nighttime in this lobby, but I got a sick fucking afro and I can customize my character. If I hit this, I can see the player list of everybody who's in the lobby and my ping to them. Wherever they are in the lobby, you can just click on somebody and then interact with them. If you run into somebody on there, you can click on them and quick match, training match, spectate their next match, cancel. It shows your stability. Look at that. It shows your stability with them. It shows your ping with them. It shows how long they've played. 600 hours played. And it says now that they're idle. So I shouldn't even waste time trying to match with them because they're not here. These are all great features. If I go up to this little shop, this lets me spend money to buy new shit to customize my character, right? You remember that there was a shop in Guilty Gear that didn't have this rad theme? This fucking theme is rad. I can also go to invite friends. I can training mode. I can start matchmaking, like a regular matchmaking queue for whatever, right? I can go to the lobby settings and change everything. I can see what my ping is. And then in the wardrobe here, I can customize my character. Wow, does this character look familiar? I wish my character in the lobby looked like this instead of a stick man. What game is this from? This looks really cool. Then, you know, if I want to walk over here and spectate their fight or whatever, or do whatever. The other thing that happens in this lobby, you know, the resource that you buy stuff with, right? There's like a resource here. You can unlock it via a trunk falling in the lobby. When this trunk and this chest of salt falls in the lobby, you and the nearest person that reached the chest at the same time, you guys fight to the death to see who unlocks this resource to customize your character. You can challenge people over here. You can say, meet me by the fire pit. There's a single player mode, or not a single player mode, a group mode that you guys can all play together called Salt Mines. Oh, a chest. See, you click on the chest and then they click on the chest and then we battle for supremacy to see who's gonna get the chest. This is a resource to help you unlock new shit. You see this? Let's say you don't want to do this pixel lobby shit. Let's say you're not interested. Well, what is this? Classic lobby. What's classic lobby? Create lobby. I'll make the room size 5. Create lobby. Oh, you're telling me I can just also create a standard lobby? Interesting. Now, the reason I bring this up is because the exact thing that Guilty Gear is kind of trying to do exists. There's an example of it, and it works very well. Even if you don't want to get fancy, And even if you don't want this pixel lobby, which they clearly do, right? They're a big fan of this pixel lobby. Standard lobbies, like the Power Ranger lobby, are easy to do. Look at this old lobby. This is a picture from when I played the game forever ago, right? 4 matches are capable of happening at once. It says Battle 1, Battle 2, Battle 3, Battle 4. It's morphin' time. It's very easy to just sit down and play Power Rangers with up to 8 people at once, with multiple matches happening at the same time, multiple people spectating. So there are good lobby solutions out there. So what I hope Guilty Gear's Pixel Lobby does, if it's going to stay, which they said it's going to stay, I hope it looks at the features and functionality of something like TFH or another fighting game and says, okay, this game has a lot of really good features in it, right? And functionally, it works very well. So I'm hoping that it moves towards that direction. You don't have to look far and wide. You can just look around at other fighting games. TFH is not an expensive game. It's very cheap. You can get it super cheap. It's feature rich. It's a really fun game. If they're going to experiment and try this new style of lobby, that's perfectly fine because something like it exists. I hope it has the functionality and features of a $15 game in the $85 game that I'm going to inevitably purchase. If this can work, I hope they do it right. I just want the game to work and be easy to connect to people in when I play it. Other games have this done. It's been done. I'm really surprised that there's no ranked mode at all. I know that they have issues in their game currently with lobby systems not meshing because they have so many different ways and places to find matches. But yeah, I hope this is done right. If they don't do it right, you have a direct example to point out like, hey, why didn't you do this thing that already exists that other people like? That's very good. I don't know. Seems pretty simple to me. But they're going to try floor-based matchmaking, right? Floor-based FBMM is going to be in there. So I'm interested in trying it. Ugh, these guys won't stop talking about the UI or the lobbies or whatever. They don't talk about the game. The people who type that stuff, I wonder if they've even thought about anything in their lives. I don't know if you guys know this. The game's not playable. So talking about how the game plays and how the balance of the game is and the things in the game that are good or bad, it's very difficult to do when the game is not accessible to other humans. Did you know that? Guess what? When the beta was out, I talked a lot about the game and the issues I had with it. I watched the matches this week or last week. I watched Fenrich jump at Tomo. Tomo DP charge. I assume it's still charge. He flash kicked with Leo. Fenrich air blocked it with no meter, landed and then punished. And I was like, oh boy. The air game in Guilty Gear Strive, to me, I worry about it. But I can't play the game, so I have no idea how it is right now. I did play the beta, and I did play this lobby that's going to exist. You know, there is good news, though, chat room. I looked at my favorite tier list maker on Twitter. Arxis don't listen to feedback, huh? Kizzy's right. Arxis did listen to our feedback. Thanks, Kizzy. They heard our feedback, and they're like, it's going to be sick. Listen. It's weird to have a ranked where you can roast someone for their fashion and deny them a match based on their fit. Juna said this is payback for how everybody abused GBVS ranked. Nice. If there's one thing companies should do for their players is be malicious because their ranked mode that they've created didn't work well. The only thing him and I are allied on is Panda Global tier list. They got to go down. That's the part him and I have allied about.